Hi, today is World Mental Health Day, and one of the things I wanted to talk about is mental health and well-being. One of the things that we've been focusing on in some of the projects we're doing is self-care. Self-care is important because man is made of body, spirit, and soul. So we're three parts and we're one person, but that's the way we are. And mental health affects our spirit and soul and even our body because certain things will trigger different other reactions. For instance, a chemical imbalance may cause you to have depression and different other things. Mental health is something that affects our psychological and social well-being. It's how we think, feel, and act. It also affects the way we handle stress, the way we relate to others, make decisions and choices. Mental health is very important in every stage of life, from childhood through adolescence and adults, and even older. As we grow older, there are some mental health issues. And some of the things that trigger some of the mental health issues, like depression, is the loss of a loved one, the loss of a job, the loss of maybe some independence because maybe you've gotten sick and had to make some life changes. That can be depressing. Also, mental health issues can be caused by a chemical imbalance or low blood. I recently had some blood work done and found out that my hemoglobin was low and I needed to take B12 shots. So it's many things that could cause you to have mental health problems. But there are some things that we can do that will help us with our mental health and well-being. One of the things that we want to talk about is stress. Before COVID hit, we had a lot of stress in our lives. People working 3 and 4 jobs and not being home and not getting enough rest and all kinds of things. And it caused a lot of stress on us. Right now, COVID is causing a lot of stress because, we don't have the money. Some of us has lost jobs or had to take a pay cut or different things like that. It's just so many different changes and we haven't been able to digest them all. But how we handle stress is very important. First of all, to handle stress, we do have to do some self-care. First of all, we have to take time out for ourselves just to sit back and relax a little bit. Relaxing can be by, when you say relaxing, it doesn't have to cost a whole lot. You can go get you a scented candle at the Family Dollar and just relax and enjoy the smell and different things. Also, listening to quiet music will help you handle some of your stress. You just sit back and relax. Just sit back and relax. One of the things I just did, I went to the grocery store and I bought some flowers. And this kind of helps me with my well-being because I like to see beautiful flowers. So they didn't cost a whole lot. They cost about $6 on sale. And so that helped me with my emotional stress today because all of us are under a little bit of stress. So one of the things that we want to talk about in mental health is connect with other people. Now, COVID's made this a little harder to do because you have to make sure that the people that you're connecting with haven't tested positive for COVID, but you can still connect with them even through technology, FaceTiming or Skyping or just picking up the telephone and just having a conversation with them. That helps you. You don't need to isolate yourself and just have the news on and rely on social media for your gatherings because we're human beings. We need to interact with other people. So that's some of the things that you can do. Also, even have lunch with a colleague, somebody you work with that you know that's healthy and well, you can have lunch with them. If you're uncomfortable about eating in a restaurant, just get it to go curbside and then you can go to a park and sit there and eat and talk and just relax a little bit, even during a busy day. That's one of the that's one of the things you can do. Another thing that our well-being is being physically active. Because, if you become a couch potato, the longer you sit there, the longer you want to sit there. So one of the things is become physically active. One of the things we started doing was getting up early in the morning and walking at the soccer complex. We got up to a mile and then some sickness hit. And so we had to start over and the weather changed. So it got a little cooler. So we started walking at the mall, at the local mall. So what you can do is call around and find out if there are places where you can walk and be safe and because walking will release the endorphins in your body and cause you, it gives you a sense of accomplishment, a sense of well-being, a sense of, a sense of just being able to do something. Learning new skills That's one of the things I did while I've been kind of as sheltered in place. I tried new recipes. I don't necessarily like to cook, but I'm starting to really love to cook. Trying new recipes, buying different things and trying them out, seeing, some of them turned out good, some of them didn't, but you learn new skills. You have a sense of accomplishment. Whether you've been meaning to finish that quilt, which is one of the things that's on my list, or you want to learn how to do something, get you a YouTube video and watch it and then try it and see how, you might find something that you're really good at. So that's one of the things that you want to talk to. And then when you're dealing with a stressful situation, talk to friends. Talk to friends and family. That's one of the things that you can do. Also, make leisure time a priority. It doesn't hurt to take a day and go to the park and look at the scenery. It doesn't hurt you to stop and read a book. Like I said, I like to read books. I like to read. That's my way of escape in some cases. Of course, I like to read different things. I like to read John Maxwell books and other inspirational authors and things like that. Also, my guilty pleasure, I hate to say this to everybody, but it's Danielle Steele. I like to read hers. I like to read Beverly Lewis novels. Everything doesn't have to be spiritual, or everything doesn't have to be, I read Joyce Meyer books. I read all kinds of different things. My husband likes to read Louis L'Amour, David Weber, some of the science fiction, whatever you like to read, take the time out to do it. You need the time to have leisure. Also, make time for reflection and meditation. Now, as a Christian, I believe in the power of prayer. You may not be a Christian, but I do believe in the power of prayer. And faith has done some wonderful things. You read about people that have faith. They do better in hospital situations and clinical situations. They do better because they have faith. So prayer is an important thing. That's one of the things that Dale Carnegie told us in his classes. If you're worried, the best thing to do is pray. And one of the prayers, if you don't know a prayer, here's one, the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I remember my mom making me learn this at an early age. I was dealing with a lot of stress at 10 years old because of the albinism and some different other things that I was dealing with. And she said, you need to learn this prayer. There are things in your life that you can't do anything about. But the things that you can do something about, you can do something about the way you respond to people, the way you react to people. You can make your own changes. And then there are things that we can do something about. One of the other things that we can do when we're that will affect our well-being is to eat a healthy diet. I'm not talking about bean sprouts or anything else, but eat a balanced diet. Maybe you might have to cut down on the sugar and salt or something like that. Maybe you need to drink more water, something. It's just so many different things that you can do. You might even need to get more sleep. And you're saying sleep? Well, I only need 3 or 4 hours. Well, most people need more than that. I actually need about 8 hours of sleep before I function real well. I have gotten by on less, but at the end of the day, after a while, it affects your blood pressure, your sugar levels, and all kinds of stuff. So you need to take time out to rest. And I'm not talking about laying in front of the TV. When if you have a bedroom you want to sleep in, you don't take the TV out of there and just use that room for sleeping and reading and just relaxing. You can play soft music. Sometimes I listen to different things before going to sleep, and the next thing you know, I'm asleep. There's a program called Night Sounds that I listen to from Bill Pierce, and it's on the app, and you can't hardly even get through that thing because his voice is so melodious, and you'll find yourself going to sleep before it's over with because it's so relaxing. But get plenty of rest. That's an important thing, because when you're keyed up, it's just not a good thing. I learned the value of rest. I did mornings for 27 years, and it's just one of those things that you need to take time out to rest. But it doesn't take a lot to have, to increase your well-being, increase your mental health, to do self-care. I mean, self-care could be something as easy as taking a bubble bath or your favorite scented candle. As I said before, you can go to the Family Dollar and pick up a scented candle and enjoy it. Maybe that cup of coffee from Starbucks. I know some people are worried about money, but splurge on a good cup of coffee, or go to the store and buy your favorite roast coffee and, sit there and have a cup of coffee and a muffin. It doesn't take a whole lot. Just relax. We don't have to be so worried about everything all the time, because it's not good for us. Our bodies weren't meant to carry all this stress and worry. So I want to wish you all a happy Mental Health Day.